make them part of one room. As you can tell, we kept all the original woodwork, we just brought it back to life. The molding, all those things, and just put a really talented design firm on it. My favorite room, if I were hanging out here, I'd probably just hang out in the bathroom all the time. You can go in there, turn on the lights not on, it should be on. The herringbone tile, and that room just turned out amazingly.
Ooh.
This is where the pinning motion.
Oh, really? Okay, great. Pinning of
And every week, the board of chiefs, the battalion chiefs get together and they would do meetings, collecting checks. And they would have a big board table here, and then they would have their meetings. And if somebody got promoted, this is,
neat.
there was a big
Okay,
picture on the
that's
wall.
good, that's great. I'm glad I know that now. Would be part of it.
What did you call it?
Pinning.
The pinning.
Like getting a
When you get a promotion,
pin.
Yeah.
they would pin your new badge on you.
Yeah.
A couple other things to note.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Because you've got that thing on the wall. Or there's just one particle.
so Arn, just if I get everybody's attention real quick, we'll just
You're just sleeping.
yeah. Hey, it's what happens in here. So, a couple things to note. We have our private bar offerings are all with in addition to our beverages that are underneath in the refrigerator, all the snacks and stuff, made a very concerted effort to make sure we're supporting Detroit in those offerings. We're in the process of actually of upgrading it and adding even more product, some more booze, because by popular demand they want more booze. So we're gonna make sure we have three, a bourbon, a vodka, and a gin there.
More booze.
Yeah. More booze. So and the other thing is, speaking about Lincoln again. Anytime that someone stays in one of our suites, so we have 7 total suites. We have this commissioner suite, we have the secretary suite, and then we have 5 other rooms where we call junior suites, which are really nice rooms as well. Anytime that someone stays there, Lincoln welcomes them to the Detroit Foundation Hotel, gives them a voucher. You can either choose to savor or sip, and you get complimentary food and beverage in the restaurant. That they underwrite for us. Wow. We essentially send them a bill, and because what's really beautiful is that people are making buying decisions. In fact, one of my TripAdvisor reviews just this week said, I really enjoyed traveling around Detroit in the Lincoln Navigator. It's definitely going to affect my next buying decision. Because the vehicle was so well received, and it is an amazing vehicle. We happen to have the black label one, which is the most tricked out, and
So this is like a house vehicle that they get to leverage if they have a suite?
so we don't just we drive them around within a 3-mile radius. So we'll
As long
take
as they're a suite.
no anybody
drive
can.
anyone.
Anybody can. But there's also, so in addition to this, so the people that are in the suites get this kind of elevated experience that you can go down and Lincoln's going to provide to you. A normal guest in our hotel can take advantage of the house cars within a 3-mile radius of the hotel, and we push those limits to 5 or whatever. We're not taking you back and forth to the airport,
right?
But certainly if you want to catch a game, drop Fox Theater, back and forth to Whole Foods, stuff like that, we'll definitely do that. And so, again, unbelievable partnership, and we're actually working with them to spread the word about Lincoln in all of our other markets, which is a cool thing. So we're working with them to be our transportation vehicle of choice in all of our other markets we're opening up. We're opening up Kansas City in the next couple weeks. We've got Topeka, Kansas on the docket. We've got Des Moines, Iowa in the works, Tampa, Florida, Montclair, New Jersey. We've got some exciting stuff going on. And we are building another one here in Birmingham.
Oh.
So Birmingham on the corner of Old Woodward and Brown will be one of our hotels that we manage. A local family is going to own it, and we're going to manage it for them. This particular asset, as a pairing, we own and manage it. So we have a lot invested in the city from a company standpoint because we actually bought the building in 2013, and it's part of part
What's
of
the
our
actual
portfolio.
company?
It's called Aperium Hotel Group.
Okay.
And we're out of Chicago, Illinois. We have about 12 hotels operating. And they're great experiences. I highly recommend you looking up, because if you're traveling to our cities, we try to build hotels that when you're there, you're traveling like a local, right? It's very important. We coined the phrase trans-local hospitality, because we build restaurants and bars first because we want to make it a destination for locals. When you're down in our restaurant and bar tonight, if you came by tonight, 90% of the people would be Detroiters, because the apparatus room has its own name and identity in the city. That is what we're trying to do in all of our cities, and where, you know, some markets are a little more challenging to do, because you still have the stigma of a restaurant being in a hotel. I mean, when's the last time you said, honey, let's go to the Marriott for dinner, right? I mean, typically it's not what you're doing, right? But you're okay to say, hey, we're going to the apparatus room. No, it happens to be in the Detroit Foundation Hotel, right? So